What's up, guys? Milos here. And the Toronto Raptors, I think, most definitely have been the most shocking team in the NBA currently. Right now, they are the second seed in the Eastern Conference, and they have a 13-5 record. They're currently on an 8-game winning streak. Now, to start the season, the Raptors kind of just gave me what I originally expected them to be. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs, or if they had a chance to make the playoffs, it would be more so the play-in. They started off 1-4, but ever since that 1-4 start, they've been 12-1 in their last 13 games. When you look at the landscape of the Eastern Conference, I knew it would be wide open. The Indiana Pacers, their star player Tyrese Halliburton suffered with an Achilles injury, and same with the Boston Celtics, their superstar player Jason Tatum, he suffered with an Achilles injury. So with those two players out and those two teams basically out of the picture, I knew there would be a team that stepped up. But if you were to ask me which team is the one to step up to be a top contender in the Eastern Conference, I wouldn't have told you it's the Toronto Raptors. And when I look at the landscape again, the top three teams in the Eastern Conference, one is the Detroit Pistons, two is the Toronto Raptors, and then three is the Miami Heat. Kudos to those teams. The Raptors just play together. And a lot of what they're doing right now is because of the mentality and the philosophy of what Darko Rajakovic is putting on this team. And forgive me if I pronounce his name wrong, but I've been trying to practice, so hopefully I said it right. But so far, he's been a candidate for Coach of the Year. Now, JB Bickerstaff, I believe, is the consensus Coach of the Year because of what he's doing with the Pistons. I don't think anyone expected the Pistons to be number one, but Darko is a close second. I believe no one expected the Toronto Raptors to be currently the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference. He's been an assistant for OKC for many years, since 2014, I believe. After that, he had 1 year with Phoenix and a couple of years with Memphis. And then he finally got to be a head coach with the Toronto Raptors just 3 years ago. And while he was figuring out his first 2 years, this third year, it looks like it's all coming together. One thing that they're doing well is their team chemistry. They play together. And a lot of the guys on this team, there's no one like dominating in terms of being like the superstar player and role players. Everyone kind of has a role and they kind of all play it to a T. If I have to give credit to maybe like two of their big stars, you would have to say it's Brandon Ingram and Scotty Barnes. And these two guys are making a push for all-star status. Right now, Brandon Ingram is averaging 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And then Scotty Barnes is averaging 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And the guys following right behind them, Emmanuel Quickley, he's been providing great minutes. He leads the team in assists. Jakob Poeltl, he's been a guy who can score down low and also does pretty well on the glass. 8 rebounds. You would like him to be just like a tad bit better. But in terms of what he does and what he brings to this team, he does his job. The rookie Colin Murray-Boyles, he's been playing well, a high-energy guy, cuts to the basket. Jamal Shed, he is a guy who is one of the best passers off the bench. I like his game a lot, and he's a scrappy kind of guy. Again, the philosophy is team chemistry, 1, and this team plays together. They don't have anyone just over-dominating the ball. That's a great thing. And 2, they make quick decisions. Nobody holds the ball very long. Again, my point of them playing together. Defensively, they're a top 5 team in defensive rating. So they guard. They don't let guys get past you. They're pretty scrappy. And one thing they do very well that a lot of teams don't do, they don't let you set up your offense. They try and like beat you defensively first by stopping you early. They don't let you get your offense acclimated. And so that's one thing I do like about this team and what they're doing. But one of the things, again, going back to one of the players, Brandon Ingram has been showing that he is an all-star. And he's been one of the pieces that the Toronto Raptors, quite frankly, were missing, like a bucket getter who can get you buckets, and someone you can kind of go to in need of when you need a score in clutch time, and just basically whenever you're at a dead spot and like the team is not scoring, you have a guy that can get you out of that state. And Brandon Ingram is that guy. I'm disappointed that the New Orleans Pelicans got rid of him, but I am happy that he feels like he's playing basketball at a high level and he's enjoying basketball at a high level. That was the issue in New Orleans. He didn't enjoy playing basketball with those guys. He came out and said that as soon as he got traded. So I'm excited for Brandon Ingram and his continued development because he's showing he can be that number one guy on a team, and they're playing well together. So hopefully this keeps up. Again, it's not just him. RJ Barrett, even though he missed last game, he's been a solid guy for this team as well. Second in scoring on this team with almost 20 points. And a lot of the things that the Toronto Raptors are doing with each other is just playing well together. There's no egos involved. There's no issues in terms of players. They're just playing well together. So y'all let me know y'all thoughts. I'm excited for this Toronto Raptors team. Hopefully they can keep it up. And until next time, guys, I'll see y'all later. Milos out. Peace.